Hey guys, it's BMT115 here, and I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of an update as to what's going on with the channel, what my future plans are when it comes to just gaming and whatnot, just anything going on that I plan on doing that I wanted to tell you guys beforehand, because things are a little hectic. Things are going to get hectic pretty soon once all the games start coming out, and let's just go through it. So the first thing that I wanted to let you guys know that I am planning on doing and want to do really bad is record Resident Evil 8 and do a series playthrough, walkthrough for you guys, kind of like what I did with Battlefield 1, just a regular Let's Play, and just have fun with the game, let you guys enjoy that with me because I'm really excited for this game, and I want to share that with you on YouTube. After Resident Evil 8, I want to do more cyberpunk videos, just me doing missions, stuff like that. I will not be playing the game until I get the second update, of course. I really haven't played it in the last month at all, last 2 months since the last update. I don't even remember when the update 1.0 came out, but it didn't really do much for me, and most of my missions are still bugged. Pretty much half the side quests in the game are completely unplayable. Um, which is obviously why you're watching me play Witcher 3 in the background, because I would much rather play a 9 out of 10 game than a 7 out of 10 game, you know what I mean? Hell, I'd rather play Observer more, but unfortunately it's exclusive to PS5 now. They get rid of the old downloads. You can't even play the original Observer anymore unless it's on PS5, which I think is pretty stupid. I mean, I can't find, the download anyway. Like, the page just doesn't exist anymore. But aside from that, I really just wanted to play Resident Evil 8, Cyberpunk, a little bit of Witcher here and there. I'm not too sure what's going on with Dying Light 2. I don't really have plans on that game until we get more news overall. Right now, I'm not very excited for it, seeing that it is in development hell. I don't care what people on Techland's Twitter or whatever they post. I don't care what they say until they hold a conference and say it and 100% confirm. But even then, that's debatable because look at CDPR, the shining beacon of AAA gaming. They couldn't even hold one promise that they made making Cyberpunk. I mean, I can at least expect Capcom to deliver wholeheartedly with Resident Evil 8 because we all know what a Resident Evil game is. Capcom doesn't delay their games, and if they do delay it, it's probably going to be like a short 1 or 2 month delay just to fix things and polish. But I'm not going to let myself get hyped up again. I'm not doing that anymore. It's mentally draining on anyone, especially myself, to get super hyped. Like Cyberpunk was one of those games where it was like Mass Effect 2. It's one of the or Dead Space 2. It's one of those games where you see what the first thing the company did, how amazing it was, and so for the sequel, they say it's gonna do this. They show us. That's what fucked me up the worst when it came to seeing how the game turned out. Is they showed us footage. They showed us that demo, right? But apparently the demo was all smoke and mirrors. So I don't even trust gameplay demos anymore. Thank you, CDPR. You've officially ruined any shred of hope any developer could ever have to get people excited for their game. Because you basically have to sit people down and let them play a segment. Which, again, Capcom does do. When a big Resident Evil game comes out, they show off whether it be a graphics demo, a physics demo, a gameplay demo. They release a demo for the public to play. They released Maiden right when they did the showcase, the day of the showcase. I've been watching everybody freaking play it, and it looks amazing. Now, I'm stuck on a PS4, as you guys can already tell, and I'm hoping that I'm really hoping that this doesn't affect anything when it comes to downgrading the graphics or gameplay elements, any of that stuff. The last thing we need is I don't even know what the last, just another downgrade to the point where the game looks like crap. It doesn't work. Just nothing works with the game. That's the last thing we need. And I mean, and this brings up another complaint that I have with the gaming industry as a whole is when you release a new console. And I understand pandemic shut down production, blah blah blah. Okay, but it's been half a year. It's been almost 6 months since they've been putting the console into full-on mass production. And Sony knows. Okay, they know they can make more. And I'm sure they are making more because they claim they're getting ready for a big push in terms of console shipping. But the scalping isn't going to stop. It's going to get worse. I'm telling you guys. We're seeing these little droughts in the scalping market because, you know, Christmas is over, holidays have passed. But that doesn't explain why me, my cousin, my friends, literally no one but one family member in my family, a distant cousin, he managed to get one because his wife worked in retail and knows how the store drops work. He managed to get one from her as a gift, which when they told me that they managed to grab one, I'm like, huh, good for y'all. And I told him, dude, keep her because she's amazing. She's an amazing wife to you to be able to get you a freaking PS5 as a present, especially with the crap going on with the scalping. So when it comes to the scalping, it's only going to get worse because every time they make a big console drop, they're just going to buy up all the consoles and just keep them held somewhere. The only thing we can do is not buy them. And I don't plan on it unless I go to a store in person with a mask, without a mask, whatever the hell I feel like doing. I could go in there with a freaking GP5 gas mask for all I care. What they need to do, and this is mostly on the retailers, because Sony can only do so much when it comes to selling a product, especially when it's computer hardware, software, a gaming console, blah blah blah. They can only do so much, right? It's up to the store owners like Walmart and Target, Best Buy, Amazon, whatever company is shipping them out, distributing them. It's on them. This is all their fault. Why scalpers are able to keep buying the consoles. And I keep saying this over and over, but as the story of my life goes, no one ever listened to me. No one ever takes my ideas into consideration, and they don't put them into practice and think, this was a really good idea. Why didn't we do this sooner? Because perhaps you're fucking dumbasses, and y'all never listen to anything your consumers tell you to do, because you think you're God and you know everything and what's good for us. But beside the point, what the retailers need to do, GameStop, all y'all assholes need to do this. Force people to come into your business. Sign an order form. And with their email address. Okay? Make them put their email address onto a receipt or something that you file, and then you put them on a mailing list or some kind of online update, like an exclusive update thing that tells them what it is. Basically, you put a down payment on the console, and when the console arrives at the store, they send you an email, a phone call, a text, the whole 9 yards, and they tell you, hello, ma'am, sir, your order is here, your console is ready to pick up, you know, and we'll hold it for you for, I don't know, 2 weeks or something. Okay, now you got a plan. You can go to the store in person and pick up the product you paid for in person. I know, crazy, right? And then that person can go home Turn the box on. Log in and transfer their shit. Well, Sony, look, you've got an active player base. But right now, from my perspective, everyone is still on their PS4s. I don't even know how many players are on PS4. What is it, like 500,000? Or not 500,000, 500 million, like 500 million people worldwide, or little less than that number, something like that. Just a couple 100 million, right? Like, that is how much we're talking. People are still on their PS4s. People are still buying PS4s because they know they will never get a 5. And why bother with that when you can't get the machine, when you could just get the older model, the PS4, for cheaper, and still be able to play the same fucking games? Because Sony and Microsoft, this goes for them too, they're gonna hurt like a motherfucker. Maybe not Microsoft, because they have Game Pass and they have smart delivery and all that stuff, right? They have more flexibility. They also have the entire PC market, which, great for them. I'm not complaining. I honestly wish I had the money for a nice PC, but I don't. I'm too damn poor. Yeah, okay, poor shame me. I don't care. Point being, I don't see what Sony is going to do. I don't understand what their marketing plan, what their whole shebang is going to be when a year from now, a year and a half, when they're going to be looking to be making returns on these exclusive games, on licenses, like with Capcom for making Resident Evil, this big next-gen game that's ready to be a graphical improvement, a physics improvement, just all this awesome stuff. Or Cyberpunk with its next-gen upgrade, or Witcher 3 with its next-gen upgrade, which honestly I think they should have just stuck with fixing Cyberpunk to begin with. But all these games, Ratchet and Clank, Horizon 2, all these friggin' awesome games, and then the stuff on Microsoft's side. What are y'all gonna do to sell these frickin' games when no one has the box to play them? Are you gonna just port them backwards on the PS4? Because at that point, no one's gonna buy a frickin' PS5, and they can just play the first year's worth of titles on the PS4 anyway. That's why it's always a stupid thing when people buy the box day one, because not only are you playing with hardware nobody else has, but you're playing with hardware that hasn't been thoroughly tested. So you're basically test driving a car that you don't even know is gonna work. They basically just put all the parts together, turned it on a handful of times in a factory, claims it works, but you don't know if it will or won't.
Just want to talk to you.
I mean, I honestly don't know what. It's so dumb. It's so dumb. I don't get it. I don't get it. COVID's not an excuse anymore. I'm tired of people bitching about the COVID. Oh, the COVID this, the COVID that, the COVID's killed everyone. Yeah, so did the Spanish flu. You didn't see people fucking off and not going to the store buying what they need, huh? The Spanish flu was way worse. Killed way more fucking people. And it was more freaking lethal because it's the flu. It's a strain of flu. This, it's a freaking, it's like tuberculosis, but more like pneumonia. And it sucks. And I'm not taking lightly of it. Yeah, it sucks if you get it and you really get sick, and I feel for that. But we also have to live our fucking lives. We can't be walking around being scared of everybody. Look, wear a damn mask. Put on a hazmat suit. Shove aerosol up your alcohol spray up your nose and inhale the bottle of alcohol if you feel like you need to. If you want to be that insane, just drink pure alcohol and make sure you inhale it. Maybe light a match so you can burn it out of your system. Literally, set your lungs on fire. That'll kill the COVID 100%. But don't be all imposing restrictions on businesses when companies need to sell products, and the only people getting said products are people with computer bots that can just buy up everything. And I mean, they were doing that during the pandemic with basic household necessities like toilet paper, hand soap, disinfectant, like sprays and stuff like that. They were online shopping and using the fucking bots to buy up all the health items. How is this not illegal? I mean, how is this not some rich asshole buys up all the stock, basically monopolizing, right? You buy up all the stock, all the area, you know, all the products, like John D. Rockefeller, buy up all the oil, and then sell it to everyone at whatever price you dictate, and they can't go anywhere else to buy it because you done bought it all. And if they don't buy it, great, more for you. So, what the fuck? And how do these dumbass scalpers think they're gonna make this money back? I really wonder. If we all just stop looking at them and just let them sell to their little customer base, you know, their little pyramid scheme operation, they're going to be stuck with warehouses full of computer hardware that they're not going to know what the fuck to do with. And they do that with actual computer software like NVIDIA graphics cards and shit. It's like, come on, dude. Go start a freaking online business if you want. Go make an Amazon seller page. If you really want to make the money. It's because they don't want to give Amazon their little piece for being the shipper and all that stuff, or eBay. They don't want to have to pay that little surcharge, the little tax they got to pay. And it's off the book. It's actually, I think it should be considered some level of tax fraud, because you're basically running a company, not paying the taxes on it because it's considered a private sale, like a private deal, like selling a firearm to someone you know because you just had it, you know. But it's not that. There's a difference between, oh, hey man, I have this book and I'm willing to sell it. You want to buy it off of me for like 20 bucks? Versus I bought like 3,000 copies of the same book and I'm selling them to people at 400 bucks a copy. Like, what? It's not a private sale. That's just you being a dick and overpricing shit.
You lost something.
Like, this scalping shit pisses me off so much, because it doesn't just affect people like me who want to buy a console. It affects PC players who are trying to upgrade. I know I saw the memes of, you know, the 3 rarest things in 2020 were PS5, the NVIDIA graphics card, and toilet paper. Like, those are the only 3 things people gave a shit about. And the scalpers know the console's worth more because they're not doing it to the games. They're not buying up thousands and thousands of copies of a game and then reselling said game. So, I really, it just pisses me off.
What happened?
I mean, I hope by the end of this year, Sony fixes most of the physical problems with the console. I know the controllers, from what people are saying, have drift issues, but I mean, that's both console manufacturers' problems. They don't want to change whatever backwoods freaking sweatshop hardware they buy, so we're kind of stuck with that.
What have you agreed to?
But as for the console, just seriously, if one of you at Sony even gives enough of a shit to watch my little 12 view video, it's probably not going to make 12 views, I'm going to be real with y'all. Just make your own freaking store. Make people sign in with their PlayStation accounts, right? And then have an order go through Sony. That sounds fair. And then Sony themselves can filter out the bots and the people who are abusing the computer shit. I mean, and it's not like the retailers are going to change. Sony would have to basically bite down and just say, you know what, fuck it, we're not going to give y'all our console if you're just going to sell it to anyone willy-nilly that isn't going to use it, you know? Because these fucking scalpers don't care. They took one of those PlayStation 5s or Xboxes home, and they kept theirs. They gave one to their friends, and the rest are just gonna sit there in their garage or in their storage unit until some poor rich asshole that's really starving for that Ratchet and Clank gameplay, you know, cough up $1,200 when he could just go buy a fucking PC for that price that runs even better. It's like, it gets to that point. Like, if you're gonna pay over $1,000 for the console, you might as well just buy a fucking PC, dude. It's better, and you get Xbox. You get Xbox,
Because
Steam, you get pretty much way
that
more
doesn't
games than you
happen.
get on
Wouldn't
PlayStation.
have asked if it
The only
didn't.
reason I'm not doing that is because I don't
Talk.
have the money for it. I'm still
Reminded me of
saving
my
up for a
sister.
PS5
How I
regardless.
remember her from just before they took
But
me
yeah,
away to school
that's
again.
my fucking tirade on the
I wish she
situation.
knew.
And so, like I
Not about
said,
10 years ago.
games. I'm
Of
gonna
old
try
age.
and get more Cyberpunk out if CDPR
Well, we've
decides to
had our
give a
little
shit.
heart-to-heart.
I mean,
Witcher to Witcher.
everyone was right. The
What
the
now?
game pretty much they took a game that should have been made in 5 years, 6 years. They made it in two.
A
They
long
made
way
it in
since
two
starting in that
fucking
village.
years. What we are
Yeah,
seeing is
no
a
kidding. My
2-year-old
fucking bad.
product.
Got carried
Call
away.
of Duty games and
Not the first
Battlefield
time either.
games are made in
Right.
that time frame, not
Wanna kill me?
giant
Fine.
open
Draw
worlds
your blade.
that,
Force
you
my
know, have to have depth. Because I just played Witcher 3 and oh my god,
Take care now.
it really shows. It really
That's it?
shows that they put more effort
Gonna
into
let
Witcher
you?
3 than they did Cyberpunk,
Promise to mend
and
my
that
ways?
disappoints me because Cyberpunk didn't deserve
They
that.
call me
It
the
was
Butcher of
butchered.
Blaviken.
It
For
didn't
good
deserve
reason.
this. It
I know
didn't. I
how
mean,
it
it was
is.
marketed wrong, first of
Sometimes,
all. They should have just marketed it
sometimes heads
as a
jump the wall.
setting, as a place, instead of gameplay. Like,
Wait.
please quit marketing gameplay for a fucking
I'm no
RPG.
cheap trick
They
with
all
the
play the
laces.
same. Literally, they all play the same.
Here,
Witcher 3
directions to my
plays
stash.
the same
Take what
as
you want.
fucking Fallout
Thanks.
in terms of you shoot the enemy, they take
Fucking
some hit
half
points,
wolf.
and then you kill them if you're stronger, if your gear is stronger or has higher level. And I can't stand that type of shit where you have to level up the gear. That's why when it comes to any shooter, I like the Resident Evil games the best. They have the best gun physics. You aim the gun, you pull the trigger in the sight. It's like Verdun, that little indie game shooter where you have to actually aim the shit,
Should get
and
back
if
to the
you
kid
move
before something else
even
gets
a
in the way.
hair off, the bullet will miss. And playing Resident Evil 7 and 2, yeah, if you are even a hair off, or if the zombie or the freaking liquor or the molded move in a slight awkward way, you'll miss. You know, I like shooters where you actually have to take your time and really plan it out. I don't count Rainbow Six Siege as one of those sensitivity shooters where you have to like really aim. I don't count it because I've seen too many people just spray and pray and hit headshots just willy-nilly. And then you do the same thing unintentionally and you hit the headshots. It's bullshit. It's so dumb. Like, I don't hate Siege, but I'm sick of people saying it's more realistic.
I'm
Fuck,
fine.
goddamn
You don't need
SWAT
to worry about him
4
anymore.
is more realistic. It's probably the most realistic shooter I've ever seen. But
Sure thing. Let's
but
go.
yeah, that's my plans going forward. I'm hoping by this coming Christmas of 21, me and my buddies can get PS5s and upgrade. I mean, on the positive, at least we can all still play games together if we don't get the console at the same time. I can still play with them, they can still play with me. So that's one positive for that. The only negative is that we won't be able to play any of the new games that are coming out because, you know, it ain't happening. This is why crossplay needs to really kick into high gear. Dead by Daylight's doing crossplay, and that's been working out great. I haven't really had any issues with my connection either in DBD. A little bit of lag, but nothing crazy. Not like it used to be. Dead by Daylight, you used to never hit a skill check in, you know, for a generator or something. Like, it was so bad. The lag was atrocious for everyone on console. It was so bad, but now it's actually on par with, you know, a mid-tier PC. At least for me it is. My console's been running it pretty good. And so, hell, I might even record Dead by Daylight for you guys. Not the best at it, but it's still fun to play.
No survivors.
But at least that's my plan going forward, is doing a full Let's Play of Resident Evil 8, if it lets me. Because I tried to record Resident Evil 2 for you guys, just me playing it in the background. It wouldn't work. I don't know why. I couldn't record anything. For some reason, every cutscene was blocked. Sony's fucking Share Factory bullshit just doesn't record.
You'll look after it.
Capcom games, and I'm really hoping that it doesn't do that for Resident Evil 8, because that would suck.
You call
That
me
would
a murderer
really
and
suck
want to entrust a child to
if
me?
you couldn't record any cutscenes, anything, because some bullshit with Capcom not agreeing with Sony's policies on recording. Like, really? Really? And if it doesn't do that, then I'll let you guys know, which is unfortunate because, you know, everyone on PC is able to record whatever the fuck they want, because I should know I've recorded on PC a few times. I can record my whole screen if I want to.
If I come back and see you
So,
drinking.
anyway, this has been my rant, my little update list, just letting you guys know what I'm thinking, what I'm planning, and a few suggestions on what the
On
hell
my way.
retailers and Sony could possibly do to
Which is
help
lot in life.
nip this
Always on the
scalper
road,
situation
on the path.
in the ass, and hopefully give us more opportunity
Hope
to
so.
buy the frickin' products they want us to buy. You know, if they want to sell the console, maybe you should ensure people could buy the console first and be able to get it, because this exclusive online order shit, it's not working. You need to do this in person. People have been buying them in person since forever. Since before the internet, people were going into stores, signing on to mailing lists, and getting phone calls about, oh, the latest things in, come pick it up now if you feel, or on the weekend. Just do that. Like, we really can't do that? Like a mass flag, just send email to every user that the consoles are in? Like, really? And it would actually help diversify shit, and they could advertise it like, hey, come pre-order at Target, come pre-order at Walmart, come pre-order at GameStop. You know? At least then more people could pick an outlet, and it wouldn't be just all flooding to one or the other website. But yeah, I'll see you guys hopefully in Resident Evil 8. That'll be my next video in a month. I will definitely be recording that for you guys. I might do face cam, might not. It depends on how I feel. I mean, you can hear the fear in my voice anyway, so I'm excited. I hope you're excited. And with that, I will see you guys in the next video.